Hello to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and you are still watching Poland Daily Culture. And we're talking about the movie I'll Find You. With me in the studio is Bozenna Intrator, who is creating movies out there in English about Poland. So huge congratulations to you. And we're talking about your baby, which is I'll Find You.
Yes.
You were one of the producers, you were one of the screenwriters, so you had a touch in many fields when it comes to this movie. And you managed to do one thing, to combine an international cast of actors, such as Stellan Skarsgård, Connie Nielsen, and British actors Leo Shooter and Adelaide Clemens.
Adelaide is Australian.
Australian.
Yes.
But
States.
basically international because every one of them is from different places.
But they all played in American productions,
Exactly.
many American productions.
So,
Some
but with Polish actors as well.
Yes.
So if you could tell who of the Polish actors you managed to get to this?
Well, the mother of the main character is Małgosia Korzuchowska. She plays Joanna Puławski. Then we have Weronika Rosati, who plays the wife of the great Stephen Dorff and the lover of Stellan Skarsgård. Then we have Jacek Braciak, who plays a fantastic role, the commandant of Auschwitz, which is a very difficult role, and he played it really wonderfully. Then we have Mirek Zbrojewicz. Maciek Zakościelny plays a small but very cute part.
True, I was kind of intrigued the fact that it was a very small role, but he found himself there very nicely.
Yeah, we know each other, and he said he would love to play even a small part, although he usually plays main
characters, exactly.
Yeah,
and we have like a main actor, which is usually on the top, and they're suddenly playing such a kind of small role out there. It is confusing for a little bit for a Polish viewer, but also funny. It's like a wing there.
Yeah, I find this is really nice that we could have so many Polish actors in speaking roles, not like in previous big international productions where Polish actors played, some very small part. Actually, they were extras, one would say.
I would say because, of course, the language is a barrier, but here it was not, because you managed to get most of them to speak amazing English.
Well, we had a great coach, from London, who was making sure that everybody speaks the right accent.
But we can see elements of different accents there.
Yeah.
Because, some of them were very British, some of them are American, some of them are kind of mixed.
Yeah, but the coach was trying to make it sort of the medium, something between American and British accent. Even Adelaide or Leo, they were trying to speak sort of neutral English.
Neutral English. But of course we have characters which come from different backgrounds. We know some of them are Jewish, some of them are Russian, and when he is Russian, we hear
we can hear a little bit, yeah. Although Toby Sebastian, who plays the Russian friend of the main character, he's British, and he played also in the Game of Thrones one of the bigger parts.
When it comes also, because it's a huge production which needed to have a lot of extras. So how many people did you?
Over 4,000 extras took part, because you don't want to repeat the same faces in different situations. And since our movie moves from one place to another, it starts in Łódź and then it moves to Berlin and then to New York, and we are also on the way in Amsterdam. So, you need the faces, a lot of people, yeah. And we have also concerts, so you need orchestras who need to perform, and they have to be real musicians. You cannot just cast extras. So we had many musicians from really famous Polish orchestras who were performing live.
So it is a huge production altogether put.
Yeah.
And you were shooting in Łódź mostly.
Yeah, mostly in Łódź, but we also spent quite some time in Kraków, because there were many streets in Łódź that we couldn't shoot because of the new lanterns, all kinds of stuff that is very modern and you cannot really remove it for the shoot. And we found it's easier to go to Krakow and
Shoot there.
and shoot their wood. Yeah, we were shooting wood streets in Krakow. Some of them.
Ridiculous. Which is a kind of a, should it be a place where, well, it's a film. I would say places where there is a film movie, film school. Lots of films are shot there. You should at least try to stay old in order to
in some parts
so the films are made there.
Well, but we used many buildings in wood, and it was really great we spent a year. The Americans came. Fred Roos, who's one of the greatest producers in the world, he came over and stayed for a year in Poland, you know, just to produce this film, because he really loved the screenplay and the story, and he felt it's important to talk about Poland. He got fascinated with John Raczyński, you know. When we went for the first time to Los Angeles, I brought him to Fred because I worked with Fred before on different projects, and John felt that it would be good to have him in our project. And so we went to Los Angeles. We were talking about the future of the screenplay. That means how it could work, shooting the movie and where it would be. And we talked about it. I said to Fred, you know, perhaps it would be a good idea to go the same way like you did with The Godfather. Look for Americans who have Polish roots. And so we found the DP. Our DP is Aleksander Gruszyński. He was born in Poland. His career was in America because he moved to America with his parents as a child, but he had Polish roots. Then we had the production designer who was in charge of the set and stuff from Los Angeles, but he was born in Poland, Marek Dobrowolski. And he's a great, very well-respected production designer in America, but he came here still, but he had great help. His art directors were Robert Czesak and Magda Dupont, who are belong to the best Polish set designers who worked with Andrzej Wajda on many
he had
productions.
help and managed to, because I would say costumes are very real.
Yes.
And they look very from those times. And you needed to have lot of part, like even the details and parts.
Yes.
To put it all together, to manage it, it needed to be a challenge.
Ela Radke is one of the greatest Polish costume designers, and our director Marta, she really worked very well with Ela and her team. And Ela knows everybody in Europe. She knows where to get the hats for the women. It's London, and for the men, it's Berlin. And real hair wigs are in Paris, and costumes, you know, came from London, from Berlin, from Poland, from Prague, from all kinds of places, and some of them were naturally made for our film.
So we can see, like, what kind of movie production, how many people need to engage in it in order to produce it, and how much work it is to put it all together.
It took many years to produce this film. I started writing the treatment when John came to me and asked me if I would cooperate with him on this project. That was 2010.
2010, so it's
yes,
almost 10 years.
I wrote the
altogether.
treatment in 2011, was finished. The first draft of the screenplay was finished in 2012-13. And then we started to think about the production by the end of 2014. And we really started the production in 2015.
Could you imagine working so many years on just one project to have the final piece? And now you can also realize that the film production requires so much cooperation of so many people, and it's really, really, really a challenge. So if you want to see the final product, go and watch I'll Find You, which is a movie, a love story, which takes in Poland and is produced by the Americans. And thank you very much to you for watching Poland Daily Culture.